Welcome back to the weekly Midrash, Parshat Yitro. The Torah tells us in the very end of the Parsha, "Velo sa'aleh b'ma'alos al mizbechi." Do not go up steps, do not ascend steps to the mizbeach, to the altar of Hashem. Rather, you should construct a ramp, so that way when the Kohen ascends, he's not exposed in an inappropriate fashion by the steps of the mizbeach. The Midrash says, "Harei dvarim kal v'chomer." We have the following argument can be made. Ma avanim she'in behem das lo latova v'lo l'ra. Just as stones don't have any das, they have no knowledge whether you're doing good or bad. They don't care whether you're exposed or wearing pants or a kilt or anything like that on the mizbeach. Nonetheless, his hircha kadosh baruch hu shel linhog behem minhag bizayon. God warns us, don't mistreat those stones in an inappropriate fashion. Do not abuse the relationship you have with the physical inanimate objects. Chavercha shehu bidmusel shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu alachas kama v'kama. Your friend, a human being, flesh and blood, a fellow Jew, who is made in the image of God, all the more so should you not treat that other person in a way that is derogatory, in a way that takes away from their honor, from their due kavod. Midrash is telling us something surprising. Normally, when it comes to our relationship with stones, with sticks, with inanimate objects, we are careful not to treat them with any kavod, with any respect. In fact, that is the root of idolatry. Idolatry is the worship, the veneration, the celebration of physical inanimate objects. Wood, stone, all sorts of contrivances of human construction. We're not supposed to show them kavod. And yet when it comes to the altar constructed by man, be careful not to disgrace those stones. Be careful not to treat them with an ounce, with a modicum of disrespect. Because there's a more important lesson that the Chazal are trying to teach us. And the Midrash goes on to describe that Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai says, Avanim shlemos tivne avanim shematilin shalom ben Yisrael avim shev shamayim. Yes, those stones are inanimate, but they bring peace between us and God. All the more so human beings that are medabros, that are shomos, that hear, that they see, they listen, they can interact, that human beings who bring peace between other human beings, you should treat those human beings with kavod. The Midrash is treating us is that we go out of our way to show respect for inanimate objects. Think about what happens when we get a new car, we pull out of the lot, and the first thing that happens, the law is that you pull out of the parking lot, not only does the car go down in value, but that's exactly when you get your first ding on the car. That's when someone makes their first scratch with a keeper clip across the side of the car. You buy a new cell phone and you drop it, and immediately there's a chip on the corner. The screen is cracked ever so slightly. And it irks us because we spent money, we put time, energy into these beautiful objects that we possess. And the Midrash is teaching us that if we show respect for inanimate objects, imagine what it means when there's a ding on someone else's neshama, when someone else's kavod, when someone else's honor is offended, when someone else is insulted. How if we show respect when we shouldn't, but we do, for sticks and stones, then how much should we go out of our way to show that kavod for another human being? This message is a profound one, and it's the final message of Parshat Yisro, the final message of the Parsha in which we receive the Torah. A Kabbalah Torah requires that we go out of our way to respect the human beings, the adherents of the Torah.